Taking the memories isn't terrible, but it's predictable, because we pretty much know that Rainbow Dash and Tank can't hang out during the winter. Otherwise, Tank will, you know what, I guess. Anyway, this entire episode just contains Rainbow Dash trying to protect Tank from anybody, and she also trying to prevent the winter from coming. And that's really it. That's all I have to say about this episode of its story. I know this entire episode is supposed to be very important between these two characters' relationships, but at this point, we pretty much know that they can't be together during the winter. But I will admit that the scenes between them are pretty sad and very heartwarming, even though that Rainbow Dash tries her hardest to make sure she can stay with Tank. I should probably get the song out of the way. It's okay. For what it is, it's predictable, it's basic, but it's okay. Although Rainbow Dash is just saying for a Tank so they can stay together forever, it's just predictable lyrics. I just got nothing else to say about this song except that it's very predictable for what it is. Anyway, the other police don't side with Rainbow Dash at all about this because things will probably get worse and more worse. And just so you know, Rainbow Dash completely screwed up in this episode big time. Not because she kept Tank for too long, it's because she does this. She sneak into the cloud factory and make sure it stops snowing. However, it just got into a disaster. The machines were getting out of control, which means that Ponyville is now in the winter. Which means that these two have to split up until spring comes back. As for the heartwarming scene, it's pretty good. Even if this episode was predictable, it's pretty good because we really hope that Tank and Rainbow Dash will reunite again. We pretty much know that that's going to happen sooner or later in Season 7 or later. I know this is not the final appearance from Tank. I'm pretty sure he will return. So anyway, my opinions on this episode were kind of mixed. I mean, it's predictable, but it's not predictable in a bad way. The bad stuff is when Rainbow Dash completely made the cloud machines completely out of control and made everything winter again. But that's pretty much one of the only problems. This episode gets a 7.2 out of 10. It's still a very watchable episode, and we really hope that Rainbow Dash and Tank will reunite again in Season 7 or afterwards.